Thank you for allowing me to speak. Okay. I'm just going to start with this. There's the Yoga Sutras, first two. So, the great Buck Quigley that you heard about previously, the person that told him about this data was me. And I was a little inappropriate because it was after the event was over. I tried to tell you all of it, and the stenographer had already packed up. So I'm sorry about that, but this is really important to me. So I hope you can pay close attention to this one. So I work with a group called Shale Shock Media. It's all volunteer. I don't get paid, not a dime. Sometimes people will buy me dinner after an event like this for videotaping and putting it on the internet. People are grateful for the work that I do. But I don't get paid. And I'm very well, I consider myself to be rather well informed on this whole shale gas thing. I've been following it very closely for 2.5 years. Now there are some people in this room that have been following this for more than 4 years. But I'm just about 2.5 years, and I learned something the other night, it was about a month ago, that was shocking to me. I mean, and he told me, and I was busy working, and I'm like, just hold it. He's in this room. He spoke before. And I said, I can't listen to you now. Will you please just let me talk, let me do my work, and I'll talk to you later. I talked to him later, and this is what he told me. He said that there is a place called Great Bend Borough in Pennsylvania. He's a counselor, and he's on the sewer authority. And he said, Bill, we have a problem. I'm like, tell me. And he said, we have people, bunch of homes, their water turned black. Now, I don't need a test. I don't need the EPA to tell me that black water ain't so good. I don't want to drink it. You know what? If I had black water like the people in Dimmock, and then later the EPA comes back and does a bunch of tests and says, your water's fine. That wouldn't give me confidence if I was the affected person. And I don't think they're making this up. People don't make up black water. So, he told me this is 13 miles upstream of the intake for the city of Binghamton. The city of Binghamton, unlike some other towns that are in the area, the city of Binghamton doesn't take their water from a well. The city of Binghamton takes it directly from the river. The city of Binghamton takes water directly from the river. And what I found out, based on what Brett told me, I started digging. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. There's fracking going on upstream of the intake for the water source for the city of Binghamton? Are you telling me there's fracking going on in the water supply upstream of my city? I had no idea. I've been following this carefully for 2.5 years. I'm like, what the fuck? I started calling every news outlet. We've got 8 in Binghamton. WBNG, WYNN, WSKG, WICZ, WIVT, Press and Sun Bulletin, WHRW, and I forgot one. We have 8. It took them a month. One of them finally reported this story 2 days ago. People in New York have no idea their water supply has been fracked for 4 years. People in New York have no idea from Binghamton to Johnson City. I don't have my list. I can tell you from I know the map. Binghamton, Johnson City, Vestal, Endicott, Appalachian, Owego, Horseheads, Elmira, Painted Post, Chemung, Union, Waverly, Corning. The worst spot is actually Waverly. I think we're still analyzing this data because amazingly, nobody's asked this question apparently before me. Or maybe some people know this and they just kept mum about it, like the mainstream media. So we're still analyzing the data, but listen to this very carefully. What we are about to do in New York, we are going to assert police power authority over what goes on in our headwaters. That means we are going to cross state lines into Pennsylvania and we're going to stop that shit.
Right on. We're already late. We need to stop. My daughter lives in Binghamton.
So people have been, excuse me, may I speak please? Thank you. I really like what you have to say, Frank, but please. Pete, sorry. That's all right. I know. This is killing us. Speaker after speaker have been telling you this. Are you getting the message? I have a video. I don't know if you can comment back to me, but I'm just curious. When is the last day of comment period? Is it in October? October sometime? October 9th. Great. Okay, as part of my testimony, I'm going to include a little movie, a little video. I almost am done. Let me describe the video to you. So the question is, how many in volume or weight, how many what's the volume of toxic chemicals that has been introduced into the headwaters of my drinking water? How many toxic chemicals? Okay, that was the question that I asked. And it took me a while. I found the answer. It's 8,500 tons. In 4 years, 8,500 tons. If this glass is my headwaters, my drinking glass, I'm sorry. Yes, 8,500 tons of toxic chemicals have been dumped into my drinking water in the past 4 years. We're going to stop it. We're going to stop pipelines. We're going to stop permits. We're going to stop fracking, drilling, exploring, surveying. We're going to stop every last bit. It's going to start in New York and then it's going to come to Pennsylvania. This is something that FERC, since you have interstate jurisdiction over this matter, we are asking for your support. We don't want this to be an adversarial relationship. We would love it if you would help us protect ourselves. This is an attack on our lives. How can we make this any more clear to you? This is an attack on present-day lives. Trees, birds, deer, fish, horses, people. It's killing all of these things nominally. It's not hidden. Fracking kills life. Somebody here has the sign, fracking equals death. That's what it is. We are going to stop it. The sooner that you realize this, and if you're not, I don't know if you're empowered or not. Somebody in Afton said, maybe you're not, I don't know. Like, the people that are empowered, these federal commissioners, whoever they are, I don't even know their names. I'm about to find out because I'm going to start writing to them. But if you all need to get in line with the principles of life and living, and you should do that quickly to to avoid suffering of many beings through many generations. This has to stop. I've given you technical comments in Afton about that illegal and unpermitted facility in Brooklyn, PA.
Yes, we've been to.
We had tours of the facility. DP5 permit. What is that? For an evaporator? They got to build up. How big is it? How many acres?
54 acres.
54 acres. It's a 54-acre site for an evaporator, this DP5, DEC. They have no federal permits for that facility. It should properly be considered, I think people have said this tonight, that facility should properly be considered to be part of this project. It is an essential part of the design. It's fraud to submit plans for a 121-mile, 30-inch, high-pressure pipeline without an initial compressor. It's fraud. There's no other word for it.
Stop water.
You have to stop them now. Cease and desist all activity, including Williams Central Station in Brooklyn, PA. Cease and desist. That's what we're telling you. We are asserting local sovereignty. So if you can get in line with that and help us out, we really appreciate it. But we're going to put our bodies down and we're going to stop this shit because it's killing us.